Good morning, sir. Myself J. Kiran Kumar. I am from Anantapur. At present, I am pursuing third year CSM branch in Srinivasa Ramanujan Institute of Technology, Anantapur. Coming to my hobbies are listening to music and browsing internet. And my aim is to get a good job in reputed company in which or where I can grow my working skills and to be succeed in my life. This is all about my introduction. And today I'm here to discuss the seminar topic of a full stack AI development is about TensorFlow in full stack. Let us discuss one by one. Firstly, let us discuss the basic definition of full stack. So the full stack refers to developing the both the front end and back end of an application along with the databases, APIs and deployment. So front end is also known as client side and at the same time back end is also known as server side. It is an AI-powered application. Full stack developed also includes machine learning model integration. This is the basic definition of full stack. In simple, we can tell full stack is the combination of multiple layers like front end, back end, databases and machine learning layer and deployment layer. This combination of layers is known as full stack. So in full stack development, we have typical types of layers. Let us discuss one by one. First and foremost in front end. So front end is the one of the important layer we can use in full stack. It uses the user interface and it also involves the terminology like React, Angular, HTML and CSS. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is used for creating the web pages. At the same time, CSS also we can use in front end. Then coming to back end, so back end can be defined as where we can use a server logics, and also we can use the terminologies like node.js, python, java programming languages are can be used in back end. Whereas for databases, we already know database is used to store the data in the form of tables. Like data storage, we may use terminologies like MySQL, MongoDB and SQLite, different kinds of technologies that can be used in databases. Then coming to the machine learning layer, what is the purpose of machine learning layer in full stack is used for TensorFlow model. Our main concept is about here TensorFlow. Then coming to deployment layer, this is a final layer where we're most commonly used in cloud like AWS, Azure, GCP, Amazon Web Services like S3, like more number of technologies that can be used in deployment layer in the full stack concept. When we are using the TensorFlow, it became a part of the backend AI layer. So we are using TensorFlow. It is the first and important layer that can be used in the backend, and it also used to perform like predictions, classification, or data analysis. It is most commonly used for making the decisions and predictions. Then coming to the role of TensorFlow in full stack. What is the main purpose of TensorFlow? Why we are using the concept of TensorFlow in full stack? So TensorFlow is an open source machine learning framework that can be developed by the Google Brain. So TensorFlow can be developed by the Google Brain, and all the role of full stack of TensorFlow is it is used to build and train the machine learning model. The main purpose of TensorFlow is used for training the machine learning models very accurately. Then it also used to perform deep learning like CNN, RNN, transformers. These are the some deep learning models we are using in full stack. Then it is used to handle the large scale data pre-processing, and it is also used to integrate AI predictions into backend APIs. So here APIs is the application programming interface. It can be defined as it is a communication bridge between two servers like client to server. Then deployment models to web, mobile and clouds in a full stack AI application. So where we can use these kind of TensorFlow in full stack means front end sends user input like image or text. So user may give input as image or text to the front end. Then back end API send data to TensorFlow model. So input that can be taken from front end to back end, and then back end send these kind of data to the TensorFlow model. Then the TensorFlow process and returns the prediction. It will process the entire work. It gives the result. So back end send result to the front end. So back end will give the result. That result can be give to front end. Then front end shows or display the result to the user. Thus TensorFlow act as intelligence engine of the application. Then what are the components we are using in TensorFlow? TensorFlow consists of several major components. Like mostly we are discussing only 6 kinds of components in TensorFlow. First one is TensorFlow core. So it is used to handle the mathematical operation using tensors like multi-dimensional arrays. Here we are using arrays means arrays used to store the similar elements. Then Keras API. So it is an high-level API inside TensorFlow which is used for easy building deep learning models like RNN, CNN, transformers. Then TensorFlow Lite. It is also most important component we are using in TensorFlow. Why we are using TensorFlow Lite in TensorFlow means which is used for deploying models on mobiles and embedded devices. Then TensorFlow.js, it allows machine learning models to run directly in the browser using JavaScript. Then coming to the fifth component called TensorFlow Extend TFX, it is used for production level machine learning pipeline. Then the last one is about TensorBoard. So TensorBoard we are using in a full stack like visualization tools for monitoring training performance. These components allows TensorFlow to support full life cycle of machine learning development. This is the basic diagram of a TensorFlow components. It is contains a TensorFlow Keras API, TensorFlow Lite, TensorFlow.js, TensorFlow Survey, and then TensorFlow. These are the major components that we are discussing about in TensorFlow. And it is the life cycle of TensorFlow components, like already we have discussed the basic definitions. These are major important components we are used in TensorFlow in the full stack development. Then what is these architecture explanation? So TensorFlow architecture work in the form of layers. So it has a three different kinds of layers we are using in TensorFlow, like input, hidden, output. So what is input layer? So input layer will accept the raw data like text, image, audio. Means user will give the input in the form of text, image, or audio. Then coming to the hidden layers, so hidden layers will contain many number of neural networking layers where computation happens using weights and biases. So by using of weight and bias, we can compute any kind of values in the hidden layer that cannot be visible our naked eyes. So entire process can be hidden. Then coming to the last layer, it is an output layer. So output layer is used to make predictions, like it is a classification or else a regression by giving the machine learning models to get the perfect output. Then computational graph. So TensorFlow represent operations as a graph like nodes, edges. Like what is the purpose of nodes here? Means nodes nothing but mathematical operations, while we are giving the edges. Edges mean nothing but data like tensors. Execution happens on CPU, GPU, TPUs. These are three different concepts that can be used to execute the models. Then coming to front-end and back-end integration. Without front-end and back-end integration, we cannot work any kind of things in full-stack development. In a full-stack AI application, what is the purpose of front-end? Means it is used for building using some technologies like React, Angular, HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript. So front-end collect user data and send API request. It will take the input from the users, and then that input can be given to API request that can be work in the back-end. Then coming to back-end. So back-end will have technologies like Node.js, Python, Flask or Django, JavaScript boot, JavaScript or Java Spring Boot. Then what kind of what that backend will do means it will receive the user's request, send data to TensorFlow model, and then after processing the model, it will give one prediction. That prediction will send response back. Then frontend will take the result and display the result to the user. This is the workflow of TensorFlow. First one, users upload an image, then backend API. So API will take the request from the user and then process. Then TensorFlow model will predict. So by using of more number of machine learning models, it is used to predict the output. Finally, the result will be shown in UI. UI means user interface. Then the most important concept that we are discussing in TensorFlow is data pipeline. Data pipeline nothing but it may include some kind of steps. Those kinds of steps is known as data pipeline. In that first step is a data collection. Data collection nothing but from databases, API sensors. Then step 2, data cleaning. Data cleaning means remove missing values or handles duplicate